Weather. NH1 News at 10 starts right now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Siobhan Lopez. We've been pretty lucky so far with this warm winter we've been seeing, but it seems as though those frigid cold temperatures have definitely caught up to us tonight. Cyrena, what are we seeing here out there?
Yeah, our luck has run out, unfortunately, and we have very cold temperatures coming. In fact, temperatures are going to be so cold that we have wind chill watches and warnings in place right now. So if we take a look, we can see temperatures are going to feel like they are in the minus 20s to minus 30s even. So it's going to be a very, very cold evening. Taking a look, we can see temperatures right now are actually extremely cold. We are below zero throughout most of the state right now, and those temperatures are going to continue to fall overnight. We're going to see those temperatures fall into the teens and below zero. As you can see, -11 Manchester, 15 below in Laconia. It's going to be clear, it's going to be cool, and it's going to be windy. Now those wind chills are going to make it feel extremely cold. Look at these wind chill values here. Early tomorrow morning, seeing the -20s and 30s throughout the state. Those temperatures are going to rebound, the wind chill temperatures, just ever so slightly by the afternoon, but you see still in the teens and 20s below zero. It's going to feel like a brutal, bitterly cold day out there. Now the actual temperatures are going to be just above zero. We're going to be seeing the single digits. It'll be sunny. It's going to look like it's a nice day outside, but it's really going to be a lot colder than you expect once you step foot out there. So Sunday, very, very cold, 8 degrees. We're going to see some changes come in on Monday where we warm up to the 20s, and then take a look. We're going to see the 40s here in just 2 days. Now we're going to have more on this really cold weather coming up. Wondering why it got so cold so quickly, I want to talk to you briefly about the Arctic Oscillation, in other words, the polar vortex. Now this is a low pressure system that constantly exists year round at the Arctic, and this is what gives us some cold weather from time to time. Now every once in a while this polar vortex is able to relax and send cold weather down our direction, and that is exactly what is happening right now. Now when the
Nice day today for Easter. I know we were all joking at dinner earlier at my aunt's house. We could have set up a table outside. It was just beautiful today. So nice.
Yeah, it absolutely was. It was a beautiful day, especially if you were a little further west. And you know, yesterday we asked for some pictures. We wanted to see what people were doing today, and we actually received a few of those. If we take a look right now, we can see this beautiful cake that Amanda Bullock made to celebrate Easter. How absolutely adorable is that? That's a beautiful cake right there. We were also sent in some pictures by Scott and Kristen Crawford out in Dover of this Easter bunny just enjoying some nice hay and the nice sunny day out there. And then we also found this picture that former astronaut Scott Kelly retweeted from his year in space that he did. This was taken 1 year ago when he was up there, so lots of fun with the pictures today here at NH1. Now we are taking a live look at downtown Manchester. We are seeing temperatures are in the 30s. Those temperatures are going to continue to fall here just a little bit later, or continue to fall overnight tonight, and that's ahead of some rain we have moving in here a little bit later on. So if we take a look at the live satellite and radar, we've got two low pressure systems. There's one that's over the Great Lakes right now, and then there's one that's further to the south here in the mid-Atlantic. Now these are going to be moving our direction and actually kind of combining forces and providing us with our chances of rain that we're going to see here tomorrow on a little bit later during the day. Now we do have some clouds starting to move in. The satellite image here is going out briefly, but if you could see that, you'd see the high clouds are starting to move in ahead of this precipitation. Now along with this southwesterly flow that we're going to start to see happen, we're going to see some more mild temperatures come our way. You see we have 50s and 60s here to our south. Nice warm air headed our direction before we have a little bit brief cool down a little bit later on as well. Now for the kids who are going to be getting on the bus tomorrow morning, it is going to be a rainy day out there, so grab the coats, grab that umbrella. It's going to be cloudy, foggy, rainy, sunrise at about 6:34 tomorrow morning. We're expecting some light rain at about 7 a.m., but by the end of the day, 3 o'clock, we're looking at some much heavier rain coming through the area. So we're going to take a detailed look at that here right now. Looking at 4 o'clock in the morning, we're still seeing some high clouds, but as the evening progresses, here's this rain that starts to move in by 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe some chances for some icy or mixed precipitation up in the northern locations. And here we are at noon, still seeing some very heavy rain in pockets. Temperatures, though, are in the 30s and in the 40s, so all the frozen precipitation should be done by this point. And then look at this. We have this heavy line of storms that's going to be moving in just in time for the evening commute. Maybe some embedded thunderstorms with this as well. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s, and this moves out of here just after the evening commute, 7 p.m. Still seeing some of that rain continue and finally clearing out by midnight. Now, after it's gone, we do have some cool air move through, and there will be some chances for some mixed precipitation precipitation or flurries very early on Tuesday morning, so there could potentially be a few slick spots out there, but we're not looking for any significant accumulations. Now, how much rain can we expect to see from this? Well, depends where you are. We could see some very significant rain, actually, looking for around an inch if you go north and west, but the further south and east you head, I mean, we're looking at almost seeing 2 inches in some locations tomorrow with this storm as it moves in here. So definitely keep that in mind tomorrow evening, especially as we see some of that rain come in that's heavy at times. We could see some localized flooding with that. We don't want anybody hydroplaning tomorrow, so just take it slow on the road tomorrow evening. So here are these 2 low pressure systems moving in. It's going to give us this rain, this fog, a little bit of a messy Monday. It finally moves out of here, and here's that mixed precipitation that could come in behind it. But afterwards, we have this tight pressure gradient. We're going to have very strong winds move through here. And those are going to be sustained on Tuesday. We're going to see gusts into the 30s, believe it or not, sustained about 15 or 20 miles an hour. But after that, on Wednesday, high pressure builds in, and we're going to start to see some mild temperatures come this way later on in the week. So if we break it down, we've got this rainy Monday on store, but we are going to see temperatures rebounding on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we're going to be seeing temperatures climb up into the 60s later on the week with a chance for rain on Friday.
I'm going to have to go to that next year.
Oh, I know.
So fun. The weather's going to be
cute.
good for it, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
For that.
Yeah, a year from now, maybe it'll be great. We'll see.
We'll have to keep an eye out.
I know. Well, for tomorrow, though, we are expecting a little bit of rain. And then we're going to see some windy conditions on Tuesday. We're going to have a nice Wednesday in store. We're going to have another breezy Thursday, and then more rain moving in on Friday.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I hope you had a happy Easter. I hope everyone at home, happy Easter. We'll see you tomorrow starting at 5 o'clock. Have a good night.
Good night.
Quite a life there and quite a day in weather outside. I have to tell you, Cyrena, I went out hiking today. I saw so many people just soaking up this nice weather.
Yeah, how could you not? It was just absolutely beautiful out there, seeing temperatures in the 60s. I mean, spring is here. We're not waiting a week. It's here.
We have more on the way, right?
We do.
Okay.
One more day. We've got one more day, but then we're going to see some changes. But if we do take a live look right now at downtown Concord, it's a beautiful night that we have, but temperatures, we are in the 50s still. It's really just, gosh, you know, a beautiful night out there. And if we look throughout the nation, we can see temperatures are actually quite mild as we look throughout the country. We can see we've got the 40s, 50s, 60s. No places are really too terribly warm right now, and no places are too terribly cold either. So it's nice and mild day across the lower 48 right now. And if we take a look at a live look at the satellite and radar, we could see it's fairly quiet except for this large storm system down here in the Mississippi River Valley. Now this has been giving them a lot of rain and precipitation. Some areas have even seen, believe it or not, over a foot of rain. So this is a significant precipitation maker, and this is headed our way on Monday, and that's going to be giving us some big changes to our weather. Unfortunately, these warm temperatures are going to be disappearing. Now, if we take a look at the satellite for us, we have just some high clouds in place right now. We have a really beautiful night in store tonight. Now, tomorrow, we're going to see those temperatures climbing back up into the 50s and 60s once again. Looking down in the Nashua area, seeing 60 in Nashua, 58 tomorrow in Londonderry. It's going to be a nice sunny and mild day. Moving a little further north into the Manchester area, seeing 58 in Henniker, 57 in Hooksett tomorrow. And as we go further north into the Lakes region, we're going to see those temperatures just a little bit cooler, but still beautiful, sunny in the mid 50s. And then as we move out into the seacoast, we're going to see those temperatures are still going to be nice and warm, 59 in Exeter, 57 in Hampton. Now, if you are going to be out on the seacoast as well, or in the water, how could you not in these beautiful days? Keep in mind, we do have some small craft advisories out there and some gale watches as well. So if you're going to be out in a small boat or you're inexperienced, be extra careful out there. Keep an eye on the weather because we do have some windy conditions out there. So keep a close eye if you plan on enjoying the water tomorrow. But otherwise, we really have an absolutely beautiful day in store for us. You could see temperatures tomorrow morning are going to be in the 30s and in the 40s. We're going to see those temperatures climb into the 50s. Here we are at 1 o'clock, still seeing the 50s by 6 o'clock. And look at that, not a cloud in the sky. It's just absolutely beautiful, clear. We have a wonderful day in store. So if you didn't get to enjoy today, be sure to go out and enjoy tomorrow. Now we see some clouds start to move in overnight, Sunday evening into Monday. These high clouds are going to continue into Monday morning. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 20s and into the 30s. And then we're going to see some precipitation move into the area. Now this will be starting to come in along the Vermont and New Hampshire border, but then by the evening commute, look at this mess. We've got the purple, which is snow. We have the pink, the freezing rain, the mixed precipitation. That's going to be affecting the evening commute. Now with these warm temperatures, we probably won't see much of this stick, but keep an eye out in valleys or areas that have been shaded along the road where we could see some slick spots out there. Now, as you can see, temperatures are still above freezing, but it is going to fall as frozen precip, but like I said, it's not going to hang around or really make the roads too terribly messy. So here's this big mess making its way up from the Mississippi Valley. It starts to move across. We see this mixed precipitation start to fill in, and once that changes over to rain overnight Monday evening into Tuesday, we're going to see the rain continue Monday evening, chances of rain continuing throughout the afternoon and the evening as well. And then we're keeping our eye on this next system out here that's located over the Great Lakes. That's going to be bringing some significant changes also a little bit later in the week, more along the lines of Thursday. So here we go, Sunday, beautiful day, 58, set those clocks ahead. We've got the mixed precipitation moving in on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then taking a look at the rest of the week, nice and mild with another chance of rain moving in on Thursday. Kiki?
Thank you, Cyrena. Donald Trump is on the receiving end of bipartisan.
Taking a live look now at Manchester. It was another warm day out there, but let's check in with meteorologist Cyrena Arnold to see if warm weather is going to continue. Cyrena?
Thanks, Siobhan. Well, the warm weather is not going to be continuing for too much longer, though. Today, like you said, we did see some really warm temperatures. We had temperatures in the 40s and even in the 50s further south, seeing 50 in Nashua, 54 in Boston today. It was a beautiful day out there other than some high clouds, but you may have noticed that cold front came through today, and that is going to be making some changes for us here in the coming days. Now, temperatures right now are dropping off. We are seeing the 30s and the 40s throughout the area. Those temperatures are going to continue to decrease overnight. So I want to break it down hour by hour for what we can expect overnight and for the morning commute. Here we go. We see temperatures currently in the 30s, partly cloudy skies. Now tomorrow morning we're going to be in the 20s. Those clouds are going to have cleared out. You see we have a beautiful day in store, and that's what's going to continue all through Monday. Not a cloud in sight. We're going to have a beautiful drive home in the afternoon or in the evenings. Here we are, 5 o'clock. Still sunny. Temperatures in the 20s and in the 30s. Now we do start to see some changes. We're going to have very cold air come in on Tuesday very early in the morning and overnight Monday. That's going to drop temperatures down to the single digits up in the northern locations, and we're going to see the 20s elsewhere. Then we have some clouds and some snow flurries move in, and this is indicative of what's going to be coming our way here in the near future. So we've got our beautiful Monday, a nice Tuesday as well, and then we've got some interesting weather moving in on Wednesday. We'll have more about that coming up.
We're going to send it right over to meteorologist Cyrena Arnold with a look at our forecast. Cyrena?
Yeah, thanks, Siobhan. We are taking a look at the live satellite and radar right now, and it's a pretty calm situation out there, but we are keeping our eye on the storm system that's happening down in Texas right now. This is going to move our way, and this is going to be our big snow and rain maker a little bit later in the week. But for right now, it's fairly quiet and calm unless you're living a little further south where there is some shower activity that is affecting some of these southern locations. But we're not going to expect any strong accumulations or heavy accumulations from this rain that's happening down there. Now, nationally right now, temperatures are pretty mild, as you see, throughout the entire eastern seaboard, but we do have some cold air up here in Canada. Now, this is going to be pushing its way our direction for the next couple of days, and then after that, we're going to have southerly flow return, and we're going to see these warm temperatures rebound a little bit later on in the week. So overnight tonight, we can expect those temperatures to fall down into the 20s, maybe a few places still hanging on to 30 down south. We're going to see those clouds decrease, and these lows are still above average. We should be seeing about 16 for our low tonight, so it's still pretty warm out there. Now, tomorrow, we're going to see temperatures warm up a little bit, but once again, we're in this cooling trend. We're not going to see these 50s that we saw these past few days. We're going to see 39 in Manchester, 42 in Nashua tomorrow. We're going to have a few clouds, but it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day out there. So we've got this chance of rain that's to our south. It's moving out right now. We had a cold front move through, and this is what's going to keep these temperatures from getting too much warmer here in the next couple of days. Now, this chance of rain moves out of here, and we're going to have high pressure build in. So here you can see this beautiful day we have on Monday. The high pressure is going to be bringing cooler air into our area. This is going to bring us our very cold temperatures overnight and Monday evening and into Tuesday, where we're going to wake up to single digits in a lot of places. And then we start to have our next round of precipitation move our way. So here we are early Wednesday morning. We can see the snow and the mixed precipitation starting to move our direction. And throughout the morning hours, we're going to see that continue. We're going to see that freezing rain and mixed precipitation hold on into the valleys and some of the lower elevations. So that could hang around for quite a while. But eventually this warm front's going to lift lift out of here, we're going to see this all shift over to rain, and we're going to see the storm provide nothing but rain for the rest of the day. So here we are Tuesday, summarizing what we can expect with this next storm. The flurries move in, temperatures are near freezing, but then on Wednesday, 1 to 3 inches of snow. We're going to see some freezing rain in the valleys, and there it can really hang on a little bit longer like it did with this last storm that came through, but hopefully temperatures can warm up, and then we can just see rain for the rest of the time and get rid of that icy, nasty mess. So here we go, Monday and Tuesday, beautiful day in store, but don't forget that very cold evening we have coming Monday night into Tuesday, and then we have this icy mess that'll be moving in on Wednesday. Now that's going to start out as snow, transition to mixed precipitation, then shift over to rain. And then if we take a look at the rest of the week, we can see that those temperatures are going to be warming up a lot. 49 on Thursday. It's going to be rainy and windy, but then we get back to our seasonable temperatures later in the week. So stay with us. Join us again tomorrow at 5, 6, and 10. And Joe Joyce is going to have the latest for you on this storm. Siobhan?
Kind of a bummer they stole his money and his wallet, but at least you got some of those credit cards back. Your license is a thing, but you know, once I lost my wallet, someone mailed it to me, everything inside.
I know. That's the right way to do it.
What can you do, right? All right, thanks so much. Hey, enjoy the rest of your night. Join us again tomorrow night starting at 5. Good night.
Good night. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm meteorologist Cyrena Arnold, and we had a stunning day out there today. It was absolutely beautiful, and as you could see by our current temperatures right now, we still have that warm air in place. We're seeing temperatures in the 50s, seeing 53 in Concord right now, 53 in Nashua as well, and that is all remnants of this beautiful day we had in store today. You wouldn't know that we are a week from spring officially starting. It looks like it actually already has begun with these temperatures, even seeing 60 in Plymouth today, 60 down in Boston as well. It was just an absolutely glorious day, so hopefully you had a chance to get out there and enjoy it. Now tonight we're going to see those temperatures fall down into the 30s. We're going to see partly cloudy skies. There's a slight chance of flurries way up in the North Country, but otherwise for most of us we've got a really beautiful night in store. Now tonight you also need to set those clocks ahead. The big story of today, daylight savings time begins. So tomorrow morning we're going to see sunrise at 7 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. like we saw this morning, and that sunset is going to be at 6:50 tomorrow evening. So it's a wonderful time of the year where we get to see a little bit more daylight here. Now with this though, along with setting these clocks ahead, there are actually some increased risks. You are more likely to get into a car accident, believe it or not, after daylight savings time begins. You also see workplace injuries increase, and you're 5% more likely to suffer a heart attack the day after daylight savings time rather than any other day of the year. And a lot of people do notice an increase in headaches as well after daylight savings time begins. So when you hit the roads tomorrow, and especially on Monday when you go back to work, be extra cautious out there. Be cautious on the roads. Be cautious as you're driving and once you get to the office as well. And don't forget to change those batteries in those smoke detectors. It's a good reminder this time of year. Now we are going to see a sunny and mild day tomorrow. Highs are going to be in the 50s, just a couple degrees cooler than what we saw today. But otherwise we have a beautiful day in store and some big changes coming on a little bit later in the week. Kiki?
Thanks a lot, Cyrena. Tonight, a man is in custody.